Welcome back, guys, to the sixth episode of my rank format. So, yeah, we want to play the same team again and how to the last 5 episodes. So, yeah, I hope we can get even higher than the last episode. So, I was a little bit hyped over there. So I hope we can get better. We can get higher than the last episode. So I would get today into the Master Ball. I hope that for all I can say, it goes here for preparations for the Players Cup team. So I have Markus ask I can play his team in the Players Cup, and he say yes, and I think it was okay. For all, I have now a lot of matchups with this team, and I know how to play this team, so I think it was very good for me. So our first opponent plays today Terrakion, Dustclops, Chandelure, Whimsicott, Glastria, and Tapufini. So here our gives a lot of difference to a lot of our teams. So he has justified maybe on the Terrakion and can go for beat up. So he can go our side, he can go for Tailwind with Whimsicott, or he go for an weakness policy Glastria with Dustclops. So maybe a lot of positionings. So yeah, what I can do now, I can do a lot of things here. So maybe I can go for Incineroar in the lead with maybe Rotom, or I go for Dragapult and Clefairy. So there are a lot of options I can do here. So I think the safest option was here for me to go with Incineroar and Stakataka into the lead, and in the background I take Rillaboom and the Clefairy. I think that was the safest option. This was not an auto win, so yeah, I hope I had a chance against this team. He has a really cool late card. This is only yellow. Yeah, and now we can look how he lead. So he leads with Whimsicott Terrakion. So I think he has the beat up lead. Maybe good idea from him. So yeah, I need now to look what I do here. Maybe fake out into the Whimsicott and go for a Trick Room into the whole field. So, or I go for switch out the the Incineroar and go for another option. But I think the safest thing was here. I go for fake out into the Whimsicott and go for a Trick Room onto the Stakataka. I think that was the best option. So he switched out the Whimsicott into the Chandelure, okay. And he go for Protect, fine. This is fine. So now I can go easily for Trick Room in the first positioning. So this is very nice. This is very nice. And now I can see what I go for. Maybe I go for Parting Shot into the Terrakion and go for an Max Quake into the Chandelure, I think. Yeah, let me see what he do now. So I Dynamax my Stakataka. My nose. I think he see this, so maybe he go for Protect into the Chandelure. Oh no, he go for Ally Switch. Okay, this is perfectly not so bad, but Now I shoots his Terrakion away, so yeah, this is fine. This is fine. It was a crit. Okay, I think it doesn't matter because I have the life orb on the Stuck Attacker. Now I get the beast boost. So perfectly fine. The start of this match. Now I can go out with Incineroar back into the background. Now I can see what I do now. So I think maybe the best play was here now to bring the Clefairy in to this match. I don't hope that he has Glastria within this match. But I think maybe it was his best positioning now. So he knows that I go for Trick Room maybe. But he has switched in the... Okay, the Whimsicott. So what I can do now? I go for maybe Follow Me, or I go for... Yeah, I think I go for Follow Me and go for an Max Steel Spike into the Whimsicott, or I go for Max Rockfall. I think I go for Max Steel Spike into the Whimsicott. Maybe he don't sash, so I think. So there came the taunt. Okay. There's my Max Steel Spike. Okay, the Wimmy was sash. Okay. This is good to know. This is good to know. And there came the Heat Wave. Okay, Stuck Attacker was missed. So perfectly fine for me. And now I can look. I go for Moonblast into the Whimsicott and go for Max Rockfall onto the Chandelure. So maybe then I have here and save win. So yeah, I think. So there came the taunt too. So maybe now I can not more bring another Trick Room out. So I think it was not the biggest problem for me for all. I take now his Whimsicott out, so this is okay. This is okay. With +2 on attack and both in +1 in both defenses, so this is okay. So now we can look what he brings now in. I think he has Glastria. I think he has really Glastria. Oh yeah, he has Glastria. Okay. And now I need to look. I think I go out with the Clefairy into the Incineroar and go for a Gyro Ball into the Glastria. But oh no, not good idea. I think for first I switch out into the Rillaboom. Maybe not. But I go for high horsepower. I think this is good. This is good. And then I can see what he go for. Maybe with -1 on the attack stat. The Glastria was really broken. So maybe Glastria was a better idea from Groudon with the ice type. So with the Dynamax format, I think it was maybe one of the biggest and hardest Pokemon on this format. So okay, this is nice for me. So now I know. So now the trick room was out and I go for parting shot and go again for a max quake, or I go for a rock slide. Maybe he was faster than me, so I don't know how hard the attack was. So there came the parting shot. So this is fine. Cinero was out now. And I can bring in the Rillaboom. So here came the Rillaboom. And there came another Max Knuckle onto the Rillaboom. Okay, perfectly fine. So now I can boost up my Stuck Attacker with the grassy terrain. So the taunt was off from Rillaboom. Now I can bring in Incineroar and make an max, oh no, not a max quake, a high horsepower onto the Glastria. So now we can see what he do now. So he go again for a max knuckle, but again onto the Stuck Attacker. So now maybe he was by +1. Yeah, I think he was by +1. So this is okay. This is really okay for him. So now I go for Rillaboom again. So he now by +1. Okay. So now I go for parting shot. And go again for an U-turn. So now I can bring again my Clefairy. There came the parting shot. Now I can bring in my Rillaboom again. So this is perfect. So there came the high horsepower onto Rillaboom perfectly. So now I go for a U-turn and go for an follow me onto the Clefairy. Oh, he forfeit. So this is fine. He has no chance more, so I think this is okay. This is okay. So now we looked that we get past another opponent. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So maybe now we was by the Hyperball. Yes, perfect. So now we are in the Hyperball rank. So now we can get easily higher to the Master Ball. And we have found an opponent. So Carabinion. So he has Rillaboom, Grimmsnarl, Heatran, Cantonian, Zapdos, Urshifu, and Tapu Fini. So maybe he has screens on the Grimmsnarl, or he has Life Orb on Zapdos, he has the Chukaberry maybe on Heatran, or he has Weakness Policy on Heatran. He has maybe Choice Band or Sash on the Urshifu, and he has maybe the Assault Vest on Rillaboom, and maybe a Berry or a Specs on Fini, maybe. So what I can do now? What I can do? I think maybe the best play here was I go for the Rotom and go for an Incineroar lead, Rotom Incineroar, bring into the background Clefairy and Stakataka. I think yes, this is good. This is good. So now we can see what he do. So we can see. So he goes with Grimmsnarl and Heatran into the lead perfectly. So I have bring my Incineroar and the Rotom. I intimidate both, so this is fine. And now I go for a nasty plot into the Rotom and go for a fake out onto the Grimmsnarl, or maybe I go for Heatran. I think Grimmsnarl was a little bit better for when you go against the same play. So okay, my fake out was Furser. Now bring my nasty plot. Rotom was by +2, and Incineroar takes a lot of damage from the Heatran. So Heatran maybe was now when I see the cell by Weakness Policy. So I go for Max Geyser onto the Heatran and go for Snarl, or I go for Parting Shot. I think I go for a Parting Shot onto the Grimmsnarl. So maybe so I have any chance to get out of this match. So there we see the shiny Dynamax Rotom. And he go for light screen, okay. And there came the Max Geyser from Rotom. Okay, this is perfectly fine for me. So I can bring out my Incineroar into the background and his Heatran goes away. So this is perfectly. So maybe he has Zapdos, Urshifu, and a lot of other Pokemon. So I think I can go for Stakataka, or I go for Clefairy. I go for Clefairy. What he brings now in. He brings Zapdos. Okay. So I think the safest play was for me to bring out the Grimmsnarl, or go for Zapdos. I think I go for Zapdos. Would a little bit better for me. Then I go for an Moonblast onto the Grimmsnarl. And he Dynamaxes? Yes, I think. Yes. I think it was the Zapdos that he Dynamax. Yes, perfect. Perfect. So this is perfectly fine for me. So there came the fake tears, and there came the max flare. So this is not a lot of damage. But now I bring in my Max Geyser again. This make not a lot of damage for all, because he has bring the Max Flare earlier out than I bring my So now I go for Max Lightning onto the Grimmsnarl and switch out my Clefairy into my Incineroar. And now we can see what he do now. Or we go for the same play again. Or go. Okay, he go again for the same play. So this is okay. But he kills my Incineroar. This is not so good. There came the Max Lightning from Rotom. And Grimmsnarl lived this, so... Not the best thing. Not the best thing for me. But I think it gives a lot of more problems when I do this not so. Yeah, this is okay. This is okay. So I go for Nasty Plot again and go for Spotlight onto the Clefairy. Well, I think he needs to take out my Clefairy because this was the biggest problem for him. I think he go again for Fake Tears. Yes. Okay, he goes into the Clefairy slot, so this is perfectly fine for me. And there came the Max Lightning. PP tag it all. This is perfectly good. Now I can bring out my second Nasty Plot. So now I was by +4 onto the special attack. This is good. This is good. So now I can go for Hydro Pump into the Zapdos and go for an maybe I go for Helping Hand, or I go for Moonblast. I go for Moonblast. This is a little bit better. So yes, sync my. Oh, fine, Rotom. This is fine. This is very fine for me. So now I take both Pokemons out. So there came the Hydro Pump from Rotom. Yes. Perfect. Perfect. So now I can wait up what he has in the background, at least. Tapu Fini, okay. So this is a win, and safe win for me. +4 Rotom against Tapu Fini. And now I can go easily for Thunderbolt and make and follow me onto the Clefairy. I think he forfeit. Oh no, he don't forfeit. Okay. Wait, that... Okay, interesting. But I go again for the same play, because this is the safest play for me. And now I go for the follow me. And then I go for the Thunderbolt. Oh my goodness. This takes? Okay. So he has dropped my accuracy. He was leftovers. Okay. This is good to know. So now I can go with the same play again. I think he go again for protect. No, he don't go again for protect. So now is the match over. So yeah. So now we can start into the next match. So we are now by 12 wins and 5 losses. So this is perfect. Perfect to get higher into the ladder. So now we wait on our next opponent. We wait, we wait, we wait. And the time goes into the land. Oh my goodness. Where are my next opponent? And there he is. So I don't can read how his name calls. So he has Torkoal, he has Venusaur, Dusclops, Glastria, BiGReLaXo, and Urshifu. So this is Sun Trick Room. So this is an not safe auto win for me. So what I can do now? Nothing. Yeah. I think I had a lot of options, but I need to look now what I can do here. So I think maybe the best play was I go for Incineroar and Rotom into the lead and go into the background with, or I go for, oh my goodness, I have a so better idea. I go for Incineroar and Dragapult and go for Clefairy and Stakataka into the background, because I don't need Rotom, I don't need Rillaboom, but I need the other 4. So this is okay. This is okay. I hope it was a win for me. I need the win because I want to get higher into the Master Ball. So yeah. So now we see what he go for. So he starts with Torkoal and Venusaur. So this is what I predicted for. But the biggest question was now, what he do now? Maybe he protect his Torkoal, or he go for GMX Winelash, or what he do for... But what I can do here is now I go for a Fake Out and go for an D-Dance onto the Dragapult. Fake out the Torkoal and go for an D-Dance onto the Dragapult. So maybe I have a quiet chance to win this match. A quiet chance. So yeah. We now see. Okay, he Dynamaxes his Venusaur, so he has G-Max Winelash. But I think he go for Max Quake onto the Incineroar, so maybe he go for Protect onto the Toko. Yes. Okay, he go for Toko. So this is okay. This is okay. Now I can see. Takes he my Incineroar out? Yes, he takes. Oh no! Oh no! Perfect! Perfect! He don't take out my Incineroar. So now I have maybe a quiet chance to win this match. So there came the Dragon Dance from the Dragapult. Now I was maybe a little bit faster than in the last. Now I can go for easily. I think when I go for Snarl or I go for Parting Shot onto the Torkoal and go for Max Airstream onto the Venusaur. I think this is a good idea. I think. For all I think that he don't predict that. So maybe, yeah, he can predict that. So we see now what he do. I Dynamax my Dragapult and bring out the Max Airstream. So for the first, is that okay? So there came the Max Airstream. So this make a lot of damage onto the Venusaur. Okay, there came the Max Ooze onto the Incineroar. Incineroar was out now, so this is okay. This is really okay for me. There's the Eruption. Okay, this makes a lot of damage. This makes a lot of damage. So, oh my goodness. So now I need to get out the Torkoal and go again for an Max Airstream onto the Venusaur. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Or I go for... Maybe I need to go for the Venusaur, but he can protect. Yes! Fuck, man! Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Fuck, man. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. I know that, and then I don't go for the play. So this is so annoying. This is so annoying. This is so annoying. So he lifted. Man. Oh my god. This is what? Not a crit? Okay. So I have to talk to Markus. What is going on in this match? Oh my god. Oh my god. So, yeah, guys. This was the 6th episode of the rank format. So, yeah. He has a nice league card. Yes, win this match. So this is okay. So guys, we see us in the next episode and see you there. So goodbye.